everyone, welcome back to the Tower. Today I wanted to make another video talking about the Disney College Program. Normally my college program videos are informational and talk about things that you should know beforehand. This one's gonna be a little more personal because today I thought I would share some of the regrets I have about my college program with you guys. Whenever I talk about the college program on this channel, I do my very best to try and keep it positive because at the end of the day, it's a positive experience and it will influence your life in a positive way. But for me personally, my program was less than stellar and there were a lot of low points on the program for me. However, a lot of them were my own fault and because of my own attitude and decisions that I made. So I want to talk today about what I wish I had done differently. They say hindsight is 20/20, and that could not be more true when it comes to my college program. I think back on my college program basically every day, and there are so many things I wish I could go back and do differently, but I can't. So I thought I would share some of the reflections I've had over the past couple of years since my program with you guys, in the hopes that maybe it'll encourage you to be more mindful about the way you spend your time and the attitude you have towards the experiences that you're facing while you're in Florida or California. Just a quick disclaimer, I am not blaming literally anything said in this video on anyone but myself. Part of the college program is learning about yourself and growing and evolving and changing. The fact that I can look back on my college program and see how much I've changed now is really just a testament to how much growth the program can inspire. At the end of the day, it made me a better person, and again, I do not blame anything on anyone but myself. Number one, I have said this in countless videos before, but I so genuinely wish that I had only marked interest in roles that I actually sincerely wanted to do. I was so desperate to get into this program and to be a cast member that I marked interest in several roles that I had absolutely no legitimate interest in doing and that I would have been completely miserable in. From quick service food and beverage to custodial to housekeeping. I would have hated housekeeping. Like, why did I do that? At the end of the day, this all worked out for me because I got a role that was in my top 3 choices. By marking interest in those roles that I literally knew I was gonna hate, I made the wait time between my interview and my acceptance even more nerve-wracking than it already would have been, because not only was I like, but am I gonna get accepted or not? I was also like, but what if I get accepted and get custodial or housekeeping? Like, what then? And like, I knew that I would accept the role no matter what it was, but I knew that I wasn't gonna be happy in any of those roles, and I solely marked interest in them to make it look like I was a more versatile person and to give myself more opportunities to get in. Huge regret, huge no-no. Shouldn't have done it. Number 2, I had incredibly high expectations of what the program was going to be, and that was the worst possible thing I could have done. I had been dreaming of what this experience was going to be for such a long time, and I had made up these fantasies in my head of what my roommates were gonna be like, and my coworkers, and my days off, and my guest interactions, and my job itself, and it was nearly impossible for this experience to ever live up to the expectations that I had set in my head. When the first few weeks of my program didn't meet the expectations that I had set in my head for so long, I became really frustrated and really disappointed. And it led to me having a kind of negative attitude that really set a bad tone for the majority of my program. So if I could go back and do it again, I would go in with a lot fewer expectations than I had the first time around. Number 3, I wish I had been more aware of the current state of my mental health when I made the decision to do the program. I was going through a lot of really difficult stuff when I left for my college program, and I was repressing so much of it. But a lot of the emotions that I was repressing started manifesting themselves in different ways, and it caused so much distress for me on my program. I spent more time crying during that 8-month period than I ever have in my life, and most of the time I didn't even know why. The college program is really, really overwhelming, and it's a big change if you're not used to those types of work conditions. And if you're already going through a lot of overwhelming stuff in your personal life, it's a really bad mix. I wish I had been more self-aware and taken the right steps to take care of my mental health before I dove into such a life-changing opportunity, because it was a lot to handle at once. Number 4, I wish I had spent more time in the parks during my program. I didn't go to the parks very often at all, or the resorts, or at the time downtown Disney. I really didn't do much of anything. I only went to Animal Kingdom 3 times in 8 months. Why? That's so stupid. Like, why did I do that? Granted, I did go to all the other parks more than that, but not nearly as much as I had originally intended to. I thought I would go to every resort at least once on my program. Like, not to stay, just to walk around or like eat or something. I only went to like 5. At the time, it felt like it was going to last forever, and then all of a sudden there was only a month and a half left, and there were so many things that I hadn't done yet. I wish I hadn't taken the time that I had for granted, and I wish that I would have spent more time doing fun things because it would have balanced out some of the negative parts of the program that I didn't enjoy. Number 5, I wish I hadn't compared my program to the programs that my friends were having. I felt like everyone I knew was having the most amazing time on the program. They had all these friends, and they loved their jobs, and they just were having the program that I had always dreamed I was going to have, and it really brought me down. But at the end of the day, the thing that I wanted the most out of my Disney college program were friendships that were going to last a lifetime. Like, don't know if you guys know, but my current roommate is one of my best friends from my college program, and literally 3 of my best friends right now were my friends on the college program, and it's been 2 years since we left the college program, and we're still super tight and talk every single day and like have reunions to see each other. Like, I got what I wanted out of the program. I just wasn't patient in waiting to get it. Everyone is different, every program is different. I should have been more patient because I spent all that time worrying about it, and I could have just been having fun. Number 6, the college program has sucky moments, but everything in life does. The thing that I wish the most when I look back at my college program is that I would have been more optimistic and more patient. I started my program ready to go and take on the world and work at Disney for the rest of my life, and I left wanting to get out of there so badly that like I was counting down the days until it was over. And I hate that that's the way that I felt at the end, but it was because of my own attitude and the way that I felt about the things that were happening around me. So that is my biggest regret, and the regret that kind of sums up all the other ones. I wish I would have been patient, and I wish I would have kept a positive attitude no matter what had happened. I learned so much from my Disney college program, and even though it was the most stressful, difficult 8 months of my entire life, I couldn't be more grateful for the lessons it taught me or the friends that I made while I was there. And despite the low times, I did have really great memories on my college program, but there are no do-overs. And so those are the regrets that I have from my time working at Walt Disney World. I hope this video encourages you guys to be really open-minded and positive in your programs, even when it gets tough and overwhelming. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions for future videos or any questions for me. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me if you enjoyed this video. And as always, for more magical Disney content, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a magical day, and I'll see you real soon. Bye!